Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
I guess the important thing and the first thing I should mention is that it's my first time, so please be gentle. It's not that I don't want to do this, but I didn't realize you'd be so big. Don't worry though, I think we can get away with it. I'm quite well lubricated. I spent a bit of time at the bar before my set, so let's just ease into it. So I was reading the newspaper this week, and I saw an article that caught my eye about an Asian man who killed himself at the Burj Dubai. That's the tallest building in the world. For anyone who doesn't know, it's 700 meters tall. And the article made out that this would be some kind of surprise, that the Asian man would kill himself here, but to me it seemed more like an inevitability, because personally I feel inadequate watching BBC porn, big black cock for anyone over the age of 40. Just the image in my mind of this poor Asian man standing there before this towering monitor. Death is almost a certainty. That's why we have height restrictions. Tobias learning. The other thing I read about was a woman who got away with murder. Judge let her off. Her excuse was that her husband had battered her for 22 years. So this judge, yeah, husband batters you for 22 years, yeah, get away with murder, that's cool. But when I heard about this, I was thinking, imagine what she could have gotten away with if he had actually gotten around to frying her at some point. He'd just gotten her in the pan. I mean, it really is the ultimate dedication to spend 22 years. She's got a schnitzel, she's a full-size human being. I mean, I guess in May he does the flour, and then she got work that's going to drag out a bit, and then springtime the herbs are ready. I don't know, it must be a family recipe. You tend not to see 22 plus years preparation time on taste.com. But yeah, I mean, 22 years is a real investment, obviously a culinary labour of love on his part. Probably got the recipe from his dad. He probably did a bit of battering as well. And, yeah, but he must have almost been there, let's face it. Can't take much more 20 years. And the selfish bitch goes and kills him, so... The other thing that happened recently is, happened this morning. I took this, it was just this giant shit, it was just huge. And it was like the perfect mold of my anus and lower colon. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. It was like the love child of a dildo on one of those 300-year-old sea turtles with all the but it seemed like a shame for this thing to just be sort of mushed up or processed or whatever they do with it. So in my mind I was sort of trying to give it a different take, like maybe it sort of channels its way through and navigates around the treatment plant, and it's a bit of a free willy moment as it escapes into the open sea. Kid would probably have his hands in his pockets. Eventually, little fella would meet up with an actual pod of sea turtles and be rejected. It'd be a sad thing. Race issues. But I'm sure he'd find a nice home somewhere in Kuta. Maybe that's where they settled. Thanks very much.